everyone is prepared for tomorrow. You've made us all aware, and that's a good thing.
Yeah, we have no choice at this point, and it's definitely happening. The cold for sure, the snow, that's a little iffy. There's certainly a chance. Right now, it's looking a little bit more likely that we will at least get something, but we're also going to have a lot of wind, so it's going to blow it around today. So if you have to do any preparations, if you have to get some faucet covers, whatever it is that you need to do, today is certainly going to be that day because it is nice outside. We do have lots of sunshine, and temperatures will approach around 60 degrees in a lot of locations later today. Let's go ahead and go to links 3. So this is what we're looking at by tomorrow morning. There will likely be some slick roads in and around even here in the metro. As far as school closures are concerned, that's going to be more on the lower side, but it's certainly a possibility. We do not control that, so it's usually a last-minute thing when we have little weak systems that come through like that. But one thing's for sure, the cold air, that's not going to be weak at all. That will be arriving as we get more so in late tomorrow afternoon and into tomorrow evening, and then after that, it's going to be a while before we do make it above freezing. Even in the Panhandle, they've made it above freezing, but with all the snow they had the other day, it is still on the ground. We even have some snow just north of Woodward there. This is our Guthrie camera up of our Lucky Star Sky Cam Network. Blue skies, we're at 54 degrees. The wind's out of the south at 17, wind gust at 26 miles an hour. Temperatures already in the low to mid 50s across north, even some upper 50s in Osage County, but some low to mid 60s across the south and upper 40s right now in Guyman. With that south to southwest wind between about 15 to 25 miles an hour. So the cold front is yet to move into the state, but eventually it will. So this storm system will be moving in overnight tonight and into tomorrow morning. Out ahead of it, we are expecting a lot of wind. That wind is really going to be picking up overnight tonight. We could see wind gusts as high as around 35 to even 40 miles an hour at times. So combine that with the air temperature, and it's going to be very cold. So here's a storm system that's going to come through overnight tonight that will allow for at least some snow in parts of the state, and we could even see some minor accumulations in Oklahoma City. But just as we saw last time, it doesn't take a lot for it to cause a lot of issues, so storm trackers will be out. Saturday, it does look dry, but it also looks really cold with highs struggling to make it out of the 20s in most spots. And then here comes the next storm. That's going to be moving in by Sunday afternoon, it looks like. That's when we're expecting snow to move in from the north and eventually make its way down to the south. In fact, right now, some of the data bringing in another wave in behind that would come in by Monday night to early Tuesday morning, bringing in yet more snow. It still looks light, but one thing's for sure, the temperatures will be struggling to make it out of the single digits, and those overnight lows dropping well below 0 in a lot of spots. So it's going to be cold even after that. By the time we get into Wednesday into Thursday, eventually temperatures do make it at least above freezing, and that's going to make all the difference in the world. But for this evening, eventually the rain will start to move into western Oklahoma. This is 8 o'clock, and now we at least have rain on the west sides of the metro while we have snow in the Panhandle and in far northwest Oklahoma. Overnight tonight, eventually it's going to get cold enough that it's all going to switch over to light snow, even here in Oklahoma City, where we're still going to see some rain and even some storms in the far eastern and southeast part of the state. So by about rush hour, we could still see some flurries moving around, but that wind's going to blow the snow around, and we could certainly see those slick spots. So that's the biggest concern by tomorrow morning. But keep in mind, it's still going to get dangerously cold. By tomorrow morning, it will likely feel in the single digits, but below 0 up to the north. Even colder for your Saturday. To start out Saturday morning, we're talking a couple of degrees below 0. As far as the wind chills are concerned, later in the afternoon, some minor improvements, but it's still going to be cold. So for today, we're looking for a high of about 61 in Oklahoma City, the low to mid 60s across the south, 50s to the north. Late this evening, a slight chance of showers in Oklahoma City, but we're going to see that rain transition to snow in the north and west. And then overnight and into tomorrow morning, really good chance of some light snow, but the rain and storms in the far south and east. How much are we looking at? Well, in Oklahoma City, again, maybe around an inch or so, but the higher amounts of 1 to 3, that's going to stay in the far north and east. So there will be some blowing snow by tomorrow morning all across really much of the state. So some slick spots will certainly be possible, but the snow-covered roads would likely stay in the northeast. So tonight, dropping down into the upper teens, low to mid-teens across the north, 20s across the south. Tomorrow afternoon, we're shooting for a high of about 43 degrees, so we will do a lot of melting. But after we get past tomorrow, Saturday, it's going to be brutal. Temperatures in the low 20s with the north wind between 20 to 30 miles an hour. Temperatures in the low to mid 30s across south central Oklahoma. And then on Sunday and into Monday, here comes the snow. That is just looking more and more likely. It's definitely going to happen. As far as amounts, well, that could certainly change. But right now, at least here in the metro, we could see anywhere from 3 to 6 inches. Higher amounts off to the north and east with lower amounts to the south and west. But everyone gets a little bit of something. By the time we get into Monday afternoon, though, we are looking for a high of 9 degrees with some very low improvements for the rest of the week. Lisa, back to you.